Hello, my stunning Sagittarius, and welcome to your general weekly reading. This is just a general reading, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest. If you haven't had a chance to check out the other videos on my channel, including your moon reading, please do so. I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, if you do enjoy these types of readings, please do like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, all that other great stuff so you don't miss out on any future readings. And also, it is free to subscribe, doesn't cost you a thing, and it does mean a whole lot to me, so I greatly appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get started, see what we've got going on for you. We will kind of do a past, present, future type of spread here. Kind of past, present, and future in that sense, meaning over the next week or so. But do keep in mind that time is fluid in tarot, so you may be, at this point, you may already kind of be moving forward, and some people do work at different paces, of course. So I will be doing these cards as well as using another tarot deck for your challenge cards. I will be using 3 oracle decks to clarify as we go along, and then we will go ahead and clarify the reading with some advice from Spirit as well towards the end. So make sure you're sticking around for all of that. But it does look like here your first card is the 8 of Wands, and that lets me know that you are really moving forward. So I think, again, this is a really good sign, and I'm seeing this for so many in the readings that they are really making good positive movement forward. So I know we are, coming into big shifts, big changes. We are seeing a lot of people who are seeing the angel numbers coming up 3. I've been seeing 13 a lot, but I've been hearing comments of a lot of people saying 333s, different things like that. We're seeing shifts, changes. Obviously, we've got Pluto into Aquarius. We've had supermoons coming. We've got, just so many different, cycle changes, things like that, that are really affecting the way people are kind of changing their mindset. And people are really kind of coming out of that mindset of, I'm okay with the complacency. I'm okay with the way things have been. I'm okay with the status quo. And really kind of shifting gears into, I want more. And that's kind of been a really big vibe I'm seeing for a lot of people. And so this is not an uncommon thing I'm seeing in a lot of signs. So, I think that your movement forward is really something that, you've been desiring for a long time. But the fact that you are actually already in that movement forward, in that mindset, you've already started to make that move, whether it's by the planning part or the actual action part, is really saying a lot, right? Because it's one thing to sit and daydream about it, right? We all do that. We all sit and reflect and say, oh, someday I'm going to have a much better job, a much more suitable job, one that's not so boring, so blasé, so, mundane, same thing over and over, status quo, beating my head against the wall, but it's another thing to put actual plans in place and then really kind of try to work to make those come to fruition, right? Think about actually, putting those feelers out there, actually submitting applications, and these may be things that you've been doing, right? Maybe you even forgot, hey, I put some applications out there. I never heard anything back. I didn't think anything of it. Maybe you put feelers out there, never heard anything back. All of a sudden, those things are starting to kind of come to fruition, right? Because other people around you, they're feeling that same kind of vibe, right? They're wanting to shake things up. They're wanting changes too. These aren't shifts that are just affecting you, right? We're seeing that from other signs too. So the changes that people are wanting in their lives are trickling down to you in your life in that regard too. So, maybe they're not happy with their businesses. They want to start something new, a new partnership, right? A new relationship, whatever that may be. But I definitely think that you have already kind of got wheels in motion. If not, actual hands on deck, you've got it kind of planned out, right? This is an actual course of action for you, which is a lot more than it's been in the past, right? It's not just daydreaming anymore. And this is so big here, this Chariot, because this is letting me know that these plans are no longer just plans, right? We can doodle, we can talk about it, we can throw out some applications for jobs, or we can hint all we want, or talk to our besties about how we like somebody, this and that. But if we don't ever actually really act on it, really push for it, we're never really going to get there, right? This is affirmative action forward, right? You are taking the bull by the horns, okay? You are making the move. You are saying, no more am I going to settle. No more am I going to sit still. If I have to really, walk out of this job that no longer serves me, if I have to walk out of this relationship that's no longer serving me, whatever it is, I'm moving on. I'm getting out of here. I deserve more. I want more. I'm going to take more, right? I need to move on from this. I'm at a new phase of my life. I'm tired of wasting time. I'm tired of wasting effort, energy that is not, reciprocated. I deserve more. I want more. I'm going to physically go get more. And you are, okay? So this may be in the now. You may already be in this process. You may already be starting new jobs, starting new relationships. If you're not, this is forthcoming very soon. And this Knight of Pentacles is letting me know that while this is a slow moving night, okay, while this isn't something that is rushing in at full steam ahead, throwing itself as an opportunity at you, I do feel as though your choice of movement is also something that has taken a lot of time. So you're okay with this, right? Because you've put a lot of time and effort and thought into it before you actually, pulled the trigger, actually went out there and made that decision, made that move. And you don't want it to be a fly-by-night decision. You don't want to be back into a quick, in and out kind of relationship, in and out kind of job. You don't want to go down that kind of road again. You want something that is going to be worth your time, be worth your energy, be worth your quality. You don't want something that is going to be beneath you anymore. Beneath your efforts, your level of, knowledge or expertise, beneath your level of emotional connections or, involvements, those kinds of things. So when this comes into you, I think this is something that's going to match your energy. This could be a person that is going to be a romantic person for you if that is what you're looking for. Could be a love person, but it could also be a very good business opportunity. But I do think this is a calculated opportunity. I think this is a quality opportunity. I think this is somebody that's coming in saying, listen, I want to match your energy. I've been down this road too. I have also been in a place where I felt like I was wasting my time, wasting my effort, wasting my energy, and I'm not about that anymore, right? And I don't want you to be about that. I want to put my cards on the table, show you what I have to offer, and I expect the same from you. And I think this is you putting your cards on the table right here. So I think this is actually a very good match. This could be something that is both. I definitely feel like there's a potential that this could be both a relationship and a business, venture situation over the course of time. But definitely a good match here. This is a good match in that you are both somebody, I feel like, who have both kind of suffered, silently suffered a little bit, in that I feel like you've put up with a lot less than you deserved, and you kind of just went through the motions and you kind of tolerated, right? You survived instead of thrived, and you're both kind of done with it. And you're both kind of looking for somebody who kind of matches your energy and doesn't want to waste time with just stuff that doesn't really, really spark you, right? Really give you that zing, as it were, whether it's in business or in relationship, whichever resonates with you the most, right? So let's get your challenge card here. And, I do think a lot of times, and I say this in many readings, so if you've watched me much at all, you'll know that I am a big, big advocate of saying that, 99% of the time we are our own worst enemies. I think a lot of it is us being in our heads. I think we are our biggest challenges, but, of course that's not always the case. There are a lot of people who like to work against us and things, but okay, Four of Cups. So in this regard, I do feel like, a lot of this is you're wanting to move forward, right? And I do feel like there are going to be challenges where there are going to be people that you are going to have to shut out. Okay, bottom line is you have put up with so much for so long that there are people who feel like they own a piece of you. Okay, whether it's a relationship, whether it's somebody at your job, whether it's a family member that is, I don't want to call them toxic, but maybe just not as beneficial for your future as they could be, and maybe not even meaning to be, but they just don't have the same mindset you have. And so they haven't been as big a proponent or supportive of your, choices or whatever. But again, I think that your biggest challenge is going to be shutting those people out, right? Because I do think for so long you have been in that mode of kind of just putting up with it. You've been in that resiliency mode, right? Where you live resilient. Every day you're just, going through the motions. Every day you've been, okay, well, I made it through today. One more tick off the old calendar. Thank goodness. We made it through this paycheck to paycheck. We made it through this relationship quarrel without killing each other, or, a major kerfluffle, or, something heavy duty. And I think your biggest thing is you are an empathetic person, right? You have empathy, and people prey on that, and they know that. And that's what's kept you in this for so long. But I do think you have decided to move on. I do think you know what you want. But when people tend to get in your ear, especially if they start playing guilt cards or poor pitiful me, or any of those kinds of things, it is very difficult for you to shut them out. It's very difficult for you to say, I don't care what you have to say. I'm not going back there. I deserve more. I don't care. I've given you enough of my time. Okay, I've given you enough chances. I've given you enough opportunities to promote me, give me better opportunities, give me more love, give me more, of your time, your interest, whatever it may be. But I do think that because you are an empathetic person, that moving on, when people are trying to consistently pull you back into that, that past world, is going to be difficult for you to shut them out. I do think that is going to be hard for you. And for some of you, it may take a cold turkey approach. It may honestly take you completely shutting out anybody that has that negative energy. You may just have to completely shut out anybody that has anything negative or any negative vibes for you moving forward. Okay. And by negative energy, it doesn't have to be toxic. It can very much be, but it doesn't have to be toxic. It doesn't have to be horrible. They don't have to be abusive. They could just be a person who's kind of wanting you to stay at this lower level when you know that you deserve more. You know you should be operating at a higher level. You know you were made for better things and that you have better things ahead. But as long as you keep going back, as long as you keep listening to them, falling into their traps, falling for their, their sad sob stories, whatever it may be, if you don't shut them out, okay? If you can't force yourself to shut them out, and I think you do have some challenges with that, because I do find that you're an empathetic person, you do like to show empathy to these people, they will suck you right back into that web, and you won't be able to break free. And there is a lot of better ahead for you right here. Okay, so let's get a psychic energy card up here on this Eight of Wands moving forward. See what kind of energy you're going to have as you move forward. And also there should be a number here on this card that hopefully might give you some sort of insight in that regard. So patience, okay, and the number's 14 there. So if that means anything to you, maybe the 14th of the month, that is, of course, Valentine's Day this year. So that may have some sort of indication to this being a relationship situation. Also, the 1 and the 4 is 5, a healing and adjusting, a moving forward type of situation. But again, patience is seriously a virtue here. And I think what it's telling you is that you have really shown more than your just amount of patience. Patience with your work colleagues, patience with your family members, patience with your significant other, whatever it's been. You've given them more than ample opportunities to raise their self to your level, right? To give you the opportunity to be supported, to be, given, basically free reign, creative license, if it's at work, at home, given the opportunity to be given equal, receive and give, right? Love and time. But I feel like with all your patience and all your kindness and all your empathy, I feel like you have still been put in a place where you have never received as much as you've given, okay? And you deserve more. So for all your patience, I think that it's time to move forward, right? I think you knew this. You've known this for a long time, but now it's really gotten to a point where you're like, time is the one thing we don't have enough of. Time is the one thing that's most precious. You can make more money, you can make more friends, you can make more of anything but time, right? And I'm not going to waste a single second more. I've been patient long enough, right? So let's see what the moon deck here has to say about the Chariot and the Four of Cups, because I do think that you are in a hurry to move forward once you've got your mind made up. I think that's been the long thing coming. I think that's where you've shown almost so much patience that it's almost been it's almost been like you've really been counterproductive to yourself. But patience is a virtue. We understand that. But at this point, you really need to kind of just shut it down, right? But here we have faith, okay? And 31 here. So, the 3 is something that I've been seeing repeatedly, like I said, change consistently. But again, the 3 and the 1 is a 4 here. So, that 4 may be something important to you. April may be a big month for you. But faith is the big thing here. Have faith in yourself, right? To move forward, knowing that you can make it. You can do better than what you've been doing. You are made for greater things. If people haven't been giving you the opportunity to be your best version of yourself, even if they are great people, okay? And I'm not saying that they weren't. I'm not saying that these were toxic people or bad, abusive relationships. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't, okay? Same with work, situationships, relationships, work, relationships, whatever it may be. But the thing is, sometimes you have to release those people, okay? Because they just operate at a lower vibration than you, right? They operate at a lower energy than you. And if you're around those people, you will lower your energy without even realizing it, right? But if you are around higher people, it's like that old saying, if you are the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room, right? You want to be around those who are operating at high energy levels so that you can continue to try to strive higher and higher and higher. If you have been really kind of sacrificing that, if you have really been kind of just, I don't want to really say that you have been, kind of dulling yourself down for these people. But in a way, I feel like part of you has felt like you haven't had the faith in yourself to go out on your own. You've kind of accepted the fact that this is the level you operate at, the same as these people. And you've kind of accepted that, right? You've kind of just surrendered to the fact that these are the people of the level that you're on. And that is not the case. And that. You really deep down know that, right? You've given them enough time. You can do better. You deserve better. The problem is shutting them out, shutting out that, anything that's drawing you back in, the I need you, the don't leave me, the how can you act like that, or how could you think that you're better than me, or any of those kinds of things. And this is where you need to just have faith in yourself to know if they're a negative person, they're a narcissistic person who's mean and telling you can't do any better, have faith to know you can. If they're a person who is giving you a sob story, have faith to know that they'll be okay without you. Your job is to take care of yourself. Have faith to know that the universe will handle them and you can handle you, right? You've been patient long enough. You've given them enough chances, right? If they couldn't take care of you then, they couldn't learn to take care of themselves, it's no longer your burden, right? Have faith that the universe will make right with everything, okay? You need to have that faith so that you can cut them off and know that it's not your job to take care of everything else. That's a Messiah complex, right? You don't have that. You don't need that. You don't want that. Your job is to take care of yourself and the people that rely on you in the form of like your children or something that is supposed to rely on you, right? So let's get some general advice here on your Knight of Pentacles. And I do feel like this is just an amazing match for you, okay? And however that match, you know, kind of matches up, and lack of a better term, whether it be a situationship, a relationship, a partnership, whatever that may be, maybe all of the above, I do feel like it is a good vibrational match. This is somebody who is on your level because they've been down the same roads you've been down. They understand you. They know where you're coming from, and they can really help you to navigate and kind of make good on this. And we have the number 31 again. So we have 31 twice. So again, the 3, the 1, and combined this 4, right? Showing up over and over. 4 of Cups here. 4, 4, 4 combined, right? So we're seeing this a lot, right? Everyone is on their own journey. How can you focus more on your own path? And I don't think this could be any clearer with this reading, right? The whole point here is that you cannot make yourself responsible for making other people happy. You cannot stick around to take care of other people, to be sucked back into their life, to keep putting up with subpar life. If that's how you feel it is, if it's not really making you thrilled, happy every day, it's less than what you deserve, right? And this is what you deserve, right? You need to realize that everyone's on their own journey. Their journey is not your responsibility. Yours is. You've been patient long enough for them to invest in your journey, and they haven't, obviously, or you'd be happier, right? So why should you spend all of your time investing in theirs? You've got to cut that off. You've got to stop letting them get in your head, letting them suck you back in. You've got to have the faith that they can handle themselves. This is about you. You need to move forward in your journey, and that when people come in, they are going to come in so much better, right? This is going to be releasing the negative to receive so much better, right? We know this. Okay, so let's get 3 cards here to kind of get some advice, general advice, right? Some general advice and energy feelings here as we go forward here, just to kind of close you out, see what, you know, Spirit has to say for you. And hopefully it'll give you some insight as to what's coming up for you there. All right, so we have the Ace of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the 5 of Pentacles. And I do think that, again, this is all about, you know, really lose the burdens. Okay, these people have been a burden to you. You have to lose this burden. And, you know, as you do that, you're going to have this Queen of Wands energy, right? You're going to be fiery hot. You're going to start coming into your own. Your vibrational level is going to increase. You are going to be a whole new version of yourself. A new version that is going to be working on a higher level, happier. You know, you're going to be able to accomplish more. So many more things. And this Ace of Swords energy, while I don't necessarily feel like this is your energy, I do feel like this is the energy that is going to be surrounding you, okay? So, you know, if you have an opportunity that comes in here, I think that when you start to grow and develop into that queenly energy, I think you're going to be matched with that Ace of Swords energy. This could very well be what this turns into or paves the way for, right? But I do think this is going to be a really strong match for you, right? A love match, a person that is going to be a partner for you. Even if it's just a best friend, even if it isn't a love match, even if it's just a situation match, you know, a best friend, a partner in a business, something that's going to really be there for you and really be a support system, a support network, not somebody who's going to be kind of a burden to you, a drag you down, a keep you at a lower level, but your cheerleader, your counterpart, the person who's going to pick up where you leave off. That where you lack, they're going to be strong in. What they're lacking, you're going to be strong in. You're really going to be able to kind of be harmonious together to really bring out each other's strengths, okay? And it's only going to make both of you stronger, which again is why I'm saying that this is going to be a fantastic matchup that really is going to be something I think is going to be really, really good for your development. I think it's going to be something that is really going to work for both of you involved, okay, to really help you grow and you really could make anything out of this relationship, I feel like, that you want. I think you both are very much in a similar situation. I think you'll find that you have so much in common. You both have similar histories in being stuck with people. You're both empathetic, and you both have kind of suffered for, you know, your kindness. People have taken your kindness for weakness, okay? And no more, because you guys will be able to utilize your strength. Neither one of you will take advantage of that. You'll utilize that as strength for each other to really propel each other forward. So I think it's going to be fantastic for you. So hopefully you like this. If it did resonate with you, please do like, subscribe, share, all the other great stuff. And I hope to see you back really, really soon. Bye.